I love your art.
Thanks.
It's so cool. Show off your Instagram tag. Is it the same one?
Yeah, it's still the same.
All right here, guys. I'll just get real close and then blur the rest.
That's fair. That feels like that'd be easier, honestly.
It's all taped up. You get it. You'll see it. Hi, welcome to this very zoomed in close-up of my face. I'm editing right now and I could not be bothered to change the setup. I wanted to quickly say Taylor is a person that I've been going to for a long time, for over a year. She's the one who did this entire arm piece. Look at that little snail. Look at it. Her detail is insane. Her color is insane. She freehanded these freaking snakes, which is crazy to me. She just like drew it on. There's two snakes. I don't know if you guys can see this one usually, but they're intertwined bodies. Anyways, she's amazing. Really talented artist. She uses really quality ink, and she's very light-handed, which for a chess piece, very necessary, because that was like some of the worst pain I've ever had in my life. Miserable spot, but worth it. I love it. It's one of my favorite tattoos now. But I was hopping on here to say, I didn't explain it. I think if you've seen Lord of the Rings, you obviously know that that's Narsil, but the sword itself, in between the shards, it says, "I am no man," in Elvish, in elven little scroll. So originally I wanted to get an Arwen quote, because she was my favorite and like a role model as a child. I don't know if I've talked about this. I feel like I have, because I feel like I tell this story a lot. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with Arwen. I wanted to be her. Loved everything about her. I just dreamed of being an elf. I think I have talked about this, because I've talked about wanting to be an elf too. Anyways, I used to live on 5 acres growing up in the middle of like the California foothills, and we had a bunch of manzanita trees everywhere that would just branch off, and it was just like the woods, and I would run as fast as I could through them to try to get little scratches on my face, the way she did when she got whipped by the branch when she's like scurrying away with Frodo trying to save his life. But that part of Lord of the Rings is my favorite scene of all the movies, just like her crossing the river, and then the big like water horses that she brings when she's like, you know, and her eyes go back and she's like, I don't speak Elven obviously, but you know, she's saying all that and it's like, you know, so I thought about that and I was like, it wouldn't make sense. That scene alone was my favorite, but like the only thing she says is, "If you want him, come and claim him," and then she takes out her like sick ass katana. If I put that as a quote of like, "If you want him, come and claim him," you know, stupid. So then I was like, well, the book version of Lord of the Rings, it's like it's a long ass quote. It is not "I am no man." They parsed that down a lot, but I love that translation of it. You know, it makes it so much simpler, more powerful, whatever. So although I don't like Eowyn's character in the movies, I think in the book she's fine, but in the movies they made her really like, I don't know, needy and kind of like too fangirly over Aragorn, which I get. I mean, we get why, but it was just too much. So it's kind of a combination of all of my loves of Lord of the Rings and everything, and then that's why I have the Arwen's like jewel, her, you know, eternal life one that she gives away, has a name, I always forget. The Evan Star, that's why I got it. I had to Google it. I never remember what it's called, but that's why I got that at the top of it, and I think she did such a good job. Oh my gosh, she did such a good job. So I have that, I have the Evan Star, and then I have the ivy to tie it all kind of together, because I think that's just such a, you know, magical plant in general, and it just looks so good. So this is so 5 minutes to explain this. Oh my god. Oh, I wish I could be more concise.
Tomorrow.
Alright, I bet you're wondering why that was 1 second long. Let me give you a quick rant while we flash freeze on our blurry feet here. I was standing in line at a meet and greet to meet Jules for like 30 minutes. It was a long time. Anyways, we get to the front. There's a person there standing there to like take photos. I hand him my phone. and it's already on record. I was like, hey, I'm recording. This is a video. Can you just record it? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, okay. Lies to me, because like a minute later he comes up and he's like, hey, this has been recording the whole time. Do you want me to like take pictures? And I was like, no, please. I have a vlog. Can you just record it? That's why it's recording still. And he's like, oh, okay. And then Jules was like, oh my God, you have a vlog? Who are you? What's your name? So she did this whole bit of like, if you're not watching Ray Noel, blah, 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 you know, like this whole thing. And then I'm so excited. We're all happy. We're all like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like the last segment of this is us being like, thanks, because it was so good. And then the dude never, he had recorded the very last second. So this is all I have. And just know that she did a whole segment for me and a shout out to all of you, and you'll never see it because of that stupid ass man. That's so good. We're downstairs because it's too freaking hot. Empty bar. Where's she at? Where is she?
Put your hands together for
But you know, it's such a special night. And it's such an amazing moment. I just feel like you can really talk to me, you know? So forget what you've seen. And forget what you've heard, because tonight, you need to be you like the goat, the cat, you like the thick, you like it fat, you like the people that you know where you at, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, Doja Cat.
It's been a long time since you drinking out your shell. You make yourself stay
Oh my God, hi everyone. Thanks so much for coming out. Girl, I have a story to tell you. It was a struggle to get here, okay? I almost didn't make it. I was in Boston yesterday with the girls, and getting here, the connecting flight was canceled, so they said, girl, if you want to get to Alabama tomorrow, you have to go to Pensacola. So I'm shout out to the bar owner, bar manager, Mr. Jerry. He picked me up all the way in Pensacola. And he was like, we're doing this show. We're doing this show. We're finally here. And it was such a cute. I had so much fun. Oh my God. Okay, well, I'm going to go and take this off, take a shot, catch my breath. Woo! I'll see you guys for the second show. Don't go anywhere. The party just started.
Did you guys have fun tonight? I need an answer.
Yes!
Yeah.
Here in my
That's good. Okay, now it's all about me. I had a blast. They yelled at me because I was talking to a man who wanted to give me free tarot readings, and I was late to.
I gave blood and I was driving around back.
She has. She gave like 2 times blood today and then drove us like an hour and a half. We had a lot of fun. Jules Sparkles is really a star. She really is. She really does it.
It's shallow.
Oh my God.
Thank you. I watched it first in the theater.
Thank you so much. The door's already open. Oh my God.
That's the magic of van life, baby.
Prestige.
Oh, yeah, because that's the point of the movie.
Fancy.
I could go see soccer. We watched A Star Is Born, and then they got to the suicide. I was definitely on a
when he kills himself.
Chip's tits are actually following him. It's like Austin Powers and the little like movie guns
Are looking at us.
They're
Yes,
auto
that's a
tracking
USS
you.
Mobile, baby.
I am looking forward to going to bed.
I feel like, why is my phone so crazy? Oh my God, I'm trying to zoom in on Bucky. Oh, my phone is so crazy. I'm sorry, guys. Boosies is coming in.
Pussy.
Nah, not good. It was really funny. We riffed a little bit. You'll never know. You'll never know. It's really late. It's like almost 4 and I'm 34 years old. I'm too old to be doing this. That's okay though. I had the time of my life. I danced my little ass off and I only had Crocs, so I took them off and now my socks look like this. I feel like my phone's so dirty. Just like every time I clean the lens off, it looks like this still. I'm so cute. Am I not? Like, Rosie. Can you not? You're so cute too. But like, I don't know. Every time I just think of like all the dirty shit my ex did, I like look at myself and I say, excuse me? To me? Yeah, like sucks to suck, you know? I think I'm great. Anyway, I'm gonna wash my face and go to bed. That's it. I just want to say I had a really good night. It was so fun. It was so fun. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for listening to my video. I'm so tired. I wish I had 1,000 Cool Ranch Doritos. Oh, it sounds so good. And like a Crunchwrap Supreme with black beans though, because I'm allergic to meat and I'll puke. Good night.
3 days later.
It's so weird. I've never seen that.
Oh my god, I've never seen one that close.
A couch, yeah. Thank you. This is so nice. Thanks. Oh my god.
Tomorrow.
What do you do with this? It's so small. Alright guys, it's time for the book review section. I actually read a lot of books. You can follow me on my Goodreads. I'll put it right here if you want to do that. But I picked up Red Rising because it's something I've been wanting to read for a while. I'm pretty sure I'll talk about it later, so we'll get to that in a minute. But I love this series, Emily Wilde's. All of them. This is the third one. I haven't read the third, but I've read the first two. Now, moving on to books I have read. One Perfect Couple. Love Ruth Ware. Loved this book. It's like Love Island meets Lord of the Flies, I believe was my review for it, but I loved it. It's probably not for everyone, but I really liked it. The Fury, on the other hand, I thought was really boring. It gets good at the end, but I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. I think read his other two books if you're interested in the author. Flicker in the Dark was good, but it was kind of like, it's one of those books where you're just like, it's beautifully written, but at the end of it, you kind of forget a lot of it. So again, I don't know, there's better. Speaking of better, Ruth Ware, love her. Don't like this book. It was boring. I think read any of the other ones. 0 Days, what I'm pointing at there, good book. The Girl, okay. 1 by 1, good. And The Woman in Cabin 10, I think. That's like her most popular, also good. Oh, All the Colors of the Dark, excellent book. I loved it. We're actually going to freeze frame here for a second so I can talk about it because I talked too long and then I had to redo this part. So it is more of a commentary. I think it is a psychological thriller, but it's a commentary on a lot of things. It has to do with like racism. It has to do with sexism, a lot of like women in the workplace, a lot of like victim mentality for how people treat actual victims versus what they expect them to do. It just covers so much. It's an amazing book. It's so good. I think the first portion is a little bit dry, but it picked up really quickly to me, and I think it's definitely worth the read if that sounds interesting to you. Then we have The New Couple in 5B, which honestly, it probably is an okay book, but I really liked it because of the time of my life. Daisy Darker was all right. Liam Moriarty is one of my favorite authors. Last One at the Wedding, I think his first book, Hidden Pictures, is much better. And then The Clinic, the last one I pointed to, I don't even remember it. I had to look it up on Goodreads, and, you know, I don't know. I gave it 3 stars. Who knows why? We're freezing here so I could talk about famous last words. All right, listen. If you want a book that is incredible, read Gillian McAllister's first book, Wrong Place, Wrong Time. It is amazing. It was hands down my favorite book of last year, and it is like a psychological thriller, but also has to do with a little bit of sci-fi. I mean, not sci-fi in the sense of sci-fi, but like in kind of like going back in time. It's about a mom who witnesses her son, like this is not spoiler, this is the first page, like witnesses her son seemingly kill somebody in front of her, and she doesn't know why, and then she wakes up the next day and it's one day before, and she just keeps doing that over and over and over again until she's trying to like solve this crime. It is so good, y'all, and it's also like a love story. Honestly, very romantic. I loved it. Perfect Marriage sucked. When She Was Me was good. It was like a fun, easy read. Ward D, oh my god, awful. Frida McFadden, don't know why I read her. She's not good every time, but I read them all. House of Leaves, great. Just the Nicest Couple, literally read that as incest. Don't know why, but it was a good book. Never Lie, again, it's okay, but I think she's very, like, predictable. All her books, Housemaid Secrets, all of them, same thing. It's like the same formula over and over, and it's on me for reading them. So that's it for this week's review. Not that I do it every week, but it's just a fun little thing I can add in if you guys care. Let me know. I do read a lot of books. I can just give little updates in my vlogs of what I'm reading at the time. I'm currently reading Red Rising, and it is so good, you guys. You should pick it up. Okay, first, I promise I have not been like crying, but it kind of looks like I have been. I think it's just because I used a makeup wipe for my face this morning because I ran out of face wash, and the oily residue kind of makes my eyes look swollen. Anyways, that could also just be me. What I'm really here to say is that I have okay, so I went into Books A Million. Okay, well, actually, starting at the beginning, I guess I should preface that I was depressed. I wasn't crying, but I was depressed. So all that to say, oh God, I just have social anxiety when filming myself. Even though I'm in the car by myself at the very edge, I parked right in front of this like 4-way intersection, which means everybody who drives by, I just assume is like thinking about me. I don't know what I am thinking. Like, no one cares, and if anything, they probably think I'm on the phone. But like, who holds the phone in landscape? It doesn't matter. I need to get over it. Anyways, I was depresso, looking at all the boxes. So I'm staying at my friend's house right now. Well, I'm going back and forth. I was staying at my friend's house for this whole past week. I'm waiting on the VA to give me an authorization for a medication that I've been taking for months with a doctor that I've been going to for like 3 years. I actually just got off the phone with my mom not that long ago, and she was like, well, what are they doing? Like, why is it taking so long? And I said, ma'am, it's the VA. Anyways, because of that, I've been delayed for like easily like 2 weeks. I think just one. Initially I thought just one, but I think it's closer to 2 now, so I'm not really sure how much longer it's gonna be. But it's starting to get me stressed because I have so many plans that I want to get like places in Florida that I need to go to. I don't need to do anything that I want to go to, but I only have a certain amount of time just because the tourist season here starts, I mean, honestly, from the months of May and October. That's it. And it's not even all of May. It's like a little bit of May. It's about 2 weeks of May and 2 weeks of October that just are completely free. There's not a ton of people. The rest of the entire year is like, I lived in Fort Walton Beach, which is near Destin, and so it's just tourist season all throughout the summer. Spring break, it starts spring break, it goes all throughout the summer, honestly through fall too, and then also in the winter, like through fall and winter is when the snowbirds come down. So then there's just a bunch of like retirees and stuff who have their winter homes down here. Must be nice. Subscribe so I too can get a winter home for myself. But anyway, so I'm back here to get the rest of my stuff out of my ex's and move it into my friends. But it's just overwhelming sometimes. I know I say that a lot, but like looking at it, it's not even that many. It's not that many boxes, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, do I need this much stuff? I don't feel like I do, so I'm trying to go through it again and parse it down a little bit. But then I just got depressed. So then I texted my friend and I was like, hey, I started doing this and I don't want to anymore. You want to get coffee instead? Because I was talking to my sister on the phone and she told me to just leave. She was like, just go do something else. You've got time. You're waiting anyways, which is so true. So that's what I'm doing. We went to a local coffee shop here. Really good coffee, terrible vibes. Like, just kind of like assholes working there. And people are honking. Oh my gosh, did you hear that? How I can't look. I won't look. I refuse. There were like people at the stoplight here for so long because it's an actual stoplight, so it just turned green, so now everyone's going. But there was like, I don't know, I felt like 400 cars piled up there. All right, on to the book haul. Well, actually, first the coffee haul. I got an iced coffee. It's really good. It's rosemary and caramel sea salt, which sounds gross. Very good. Also, I don't remember if I know I filmed a clip of it, a really short segment, but I got my nails done. And look at these. They're cat eye green. It's been like a week, so they're a little grown out, but I love them. And we got our hair done in Kansas City, and it still looks great. And I got my eyebrows threaded and my eyelashes dyed. So we're really going all out. Because I was doing a little bit of self-care since I realized I had not done anything. Like, after I got my hair done, it kind of struck me of like, oh my god, it had been like 4 months almost of not doing anything. And I was pretty consistent about like getting my nails done, keeping up with my hair, just because like for me, I'm not a huge, like, when in the summer I dye my eyelashes because I just don't like wearing makeup, and my face gets so like tanned and freckled, and then my eyelashes turn bright blonde, and it's horrifying to look at. So anyways, I did a bunch of stuff to make myself feel better and to make it, make it a little easier for me to start every day. I got a tattoo, which helped with that as well. Just generally feeling fresh and fine. Oh my god, I gotta get to this. Okay, so this is my book haul. I was just in Books A Million for like longer than I needed to be, definitely like an hour, just roaming around. And for the first time in my life, I mean, besides probably the first time I ever bought a journal, and then you just get addicted to buying journals. And I know I've talked about my love for Girl World, and Amber Lynn's obsession with journals like heavily influences how much I don't buy them, because I'm like so aware of just how easy it is to like overconsume journals. I don't know if it's just being a woman or being a book lover or the combination of both, but the way I feel like I always need another journal, the one thing I can empathize with Amber Lynn about, like, girl, I feel that so much. I always want a journal. So anyways, this was the first time in my life that I can remember that I actually genuinely needed one, because I gave a lot of stuff away, and then I sold a lot of stuff too when I was moving and selling my house. And I'm sure I probably have a journal somewhere in a box, but am I willing to go through all my stuff just to find it? No. I would rather buy a new one. And you could say, Rachel, didn't you just say you were parsing down all your stuff and going through shit? Yes, I am, but some boxes are like super sealed and I just don't want to deal with it. So I got a bullet journal. This one's pretty boring. It's just like a plain black one because I need one for school. And I don't have, like, I just started my bachelor's. I graduated with my associates for my digital cinematography degree. I was a class valedictorian, so put a little graduate hat graphic on me here. Fireworks, I don't know, whatever else I can fit in frame. I didn't give myself a lot of room, that's fine. And then we got I have B-roll of it, of this little frog journal. Should have opened this first, but I got a frog journal. Ah, so cute. I was gonna get the dragon wing journal, and then there was another mushroom journal that I also liked with like a little snail, but he won my heart. It's so cute, and it's a deep forest green, so that's what we ended up going with. So this is just a personal one because I want I need like a travel journal. Well, I don't need anything, right? But I wanted a travel journal, and I actually started originally looking for that because I'm like going places and I'm keeping like stubs and receipts and campsite. I'm just keeping a lot of like random knickknacks that are starting already to fill up in my van. And I was like, you know what, let me get an actual place to put them. So I'm gonna like do little entries, I think, for everywhere I stay. And I don't know, I just think it would be cute and fun and crafty, and I miss doing it. I'm such a crafty person, like artsy type craft, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, but I just doodle a lot, and I always have a lot of like art supplies and random stuff around me, and I don't have the space to have a lot of that anymore, so I thought this would be a good like project for me, and then I can just, you know, journal when I'm at a campsite, which I think would be fun, and then like put on my little, because you get like campsite tickets and like the tags with your name on it, all that stuff. And then when you're at parks, you also have like little pamphlet things that they give you too. So anyways, that's what I did. And originally I went in there as well, and I told myself I have a budget of $50, and that was excessive. Do I need a budget of $50? No, but I'm in a bookstore. I don't really buy that much stuff for myself unless it's books. Honestly, books, art supplies, and technology are my three. So like SIM cards, cameras, things like that. Sometimes I'll just get a little extra on, and then I have to tell myself like, no, you don't need a like 5th camera, Rachel, you're fine. That's how I am with books too. But this is a legitimate purchase. I bought the physical copy of Red Rising. I've wanted to read this for such a long time. I know it's a great series. It's like one of the most recommended sci-fi series of all time. I'm also in the mood for a sci-fi because I've read just so many fantasies and thrillers lately that I'm kind of burnt out on both. So I don't know. It's like if you don't know what Red Rising is, I started them. I've like read half of this book listened to half of it on an audiobook, and I just couldn't do it. The narrator for it, he has the thickest accent. It's like Scottish. I don't even know how to describe it, but couldn't do it. So I started this like last year, and I told myself go get the actual copy, kept forgetting. So now I actually have it, and I'm trying to see, it's kind of like a mixture of like Dune and Hunger Games, I guess would be a good way to describe it. It's like I mean, not Hunger Games in the sense of like a competition arena, but they're just like killing people. And it's like Dune in the way of like just a bunch of like, you know, people who are the back of it literally says like enslaved, I think, right? His wife taken, his people enslaved. Driven by a longing for justice and the memory of his lost love, Darrow will stop at nothing to bring down his enemies, even if he must become one of them to do so. Also Dune coded. So yeah, I went with that one because originally I was like, well, I can get one book, and then the books that I like I read a lot of fantasy, I read a lot of thrillers, and all of them were just like, thrillers not so much, fantasy for sure, they're just like a million pages, and I didn't want to do it. I couldn't do it mentally, wasn't able. So this one is under, I think it's around 400, $3.99, it's exactly 400 pages. Like that's manageable. That's like a couple days, so we're good. But yeah, that's it. That's a book haul. I've been talking for 12 minutes. That's crazy. Now I'm just debating. I'm kind of just sitting here too because it's traffic time already, and I don't want to deal with it. I need food. I have not like eaten There's an Aldi right here, so I was thinking of going in there to get some sourdough because they have everything bagel sourdough, and it's my favorite bread in the world. But I also have French bread at home, so do I need it? No. But what I might do is run to Publix, which is also right here. And oh my god, there's an advertisement for the Gulf Breeze Zoo, and I was just thinking we could go there. I love a zoo. Okay, I'm so sorry. I have such bad ADD, which I really notice when I edit these things. What was I saying? Kimchi. Was I saying kimchi? That's what reminded me. Anyways, I might go into Publix to get some kimchi because there's a place in Austin, Texas. Just like listening to the way I talk is insane. Okay. I was talking to my sister earlier, like I said, and I was talking about I don't know, something, but it reminded me of a place in Austin, Texas where my other sister used to live that was like a sourdough shop. I'll find it. I'll put it in here somewhere. It was like Something Works. Like, it's definitely not Sourdough Works. Bread Works. I don't know. Something, whatever. That's irrelevant. The point of it is they had a sandwich that they made that was their sourdough, like their house-made sourdough, with Safe Catch tuna, which is my favorite. I think that's relevant to add because it's my personal favorite tuna, and I thought like that it was dope that they use Safe Catch because a can of Safe Catch tuna is literally like almost $6. And then they put kimchi on it with like I feel like a cheddar maybe, I don't know, and then they grill it, and so it's like a tuna melt, but it's a kimchi sourdough tuna melt, and it's heavenly. And because I talked about it earlier, I've thought about it for like 3 hours now. So I think I'm gonna go to Publix and get some kimchi and try to make one for myself. Will it be good? I don't know, but I will show you the aftermath. I was gonna say I'll show you the whole thing, but I don't think I'll do all that because that seems like a lot of commitment, and you don't need to watch me stir up tuna. I don't know, maybe we'll do a short clip. Anyways, we're gonna do a hard transition from me talking about it to the sandwich. I know I said I would hard transition to the sandwich, but let me just like reel it back for a second to say that I forgot to tell you that I spent like $75 on those 3 things. It wasn't that much. I think it was 70. There were 246 plus tax. Yeah, it was around 70. It was like right under, which is definitely over my budget of $50. So now I just forgot to say that. So that's where I was going. Sorry about my ADD brain. It kills me too, I promise. All right, now I'm gonna go get a sandwich. I looked it up online as well to make sure I had all the ingredients for it. Definitely nothing about works in it. I don't know why. There's a place in Austin that's Coffee Works. No, something Works. That's a place across from a taco shop that I also forget the name of. Terrible with all these names. This place is called Casper Fermentables, so nothing close. But that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the kimchi sourdough tuna melt. So I'm gonna make a replica of that. We'll see what happens. Now we can transition to the hard sandwich cut. We can transition to the hard cut. We can, here's a sandwich. And there you have it. So, I've been staying with my friend for, how long have I been here? Like a week? I don't know. But she's back in town. She was gone for a long time, so it wasn't an option, which is why I have my stuff in my ex's in the first place. So anyways, I'm at my ex's house right now because I'm moving all my stuff. Like I'm going through my for the millionth time, I'm like actually going through the stuff and you know, taking it to her house. But I got groceries just now, so I'm just gonna do the haul here because she had to go home because she had a Walmart delivery when we were out getting coffee and books and stuff. And so now I'm here with the groceries because I'm really hungry. For the actual update, I'm gonna be staying with her probably for the rest of the week because today and tomorrow I'm moving all my stuff finally out of here for forever. And then yeah, then we'll be done with this chapter of my life. It's bittersweet. I mean, it sucks that he did all this shit too, but he also was my best friend for a long time. It's really hard for me. We've all seen me cry about it a million times. I don't feel like doing that, but I wanted to show you my groceries. And that's an unnecessary intro, but I don't know. I get sometimes when I watch videos and people don't, like, you can see this is, you know, hit. I mean, if you watch my other vlogs, you could be like, she's back there. That's why. Because I hate watching videos where people just, I don't know. I also don't owe anybody an explanation. I get that too. But, like, I also think that's kind of shitty of, like, if you have a bunch of people supporting you and your journey and then you don't explain things. I'm the one who decided to make my life public, okay? That's where we're getting at. Anyways, speaking of public, here's my Publix haul. Sourdough. Kimchi. It's basically all the ingredients for a sourdough kimchi sandwich. Red onion. 3 mangoes because they were 3 for $5. I got 4 things of tuna. And then I got easy dinner for the next few days. Turmeric rice, basmati rice, and then a coconut chickpea and turmeric curry, and a madras lentils. And last but not least, truffle. If you know Publix, you know a buy one get one sale. So we got the truffle oil and sea salt and dill pickle to go with the sandwich. I'm gonna have these. And I love pickles, so we're gonna try it. Oh, and then another buy one get one chopped Caesar salad. And that's it. That's the haul. I'm realizing earlier that I said I would do a hard transition to a sandwich. Should have never said it, because now it's like you saw the ingredients after I shopped, but before I made the sandwich, so it won't make sense. So we're just gonna go back and forth between this hard transition to the sandwich. All right, you get sourdough. You make your tuna salad mixture. I use Safekesh tuna, red onion, Dijon mustard, mayonnaise. Then you put your kimchi on top of the tuna. I put a I put a mustard mayonnaise mix on the bread as well, just so it's not dry. And then I take this bread and I put it in my shredded cheese that's been melting for a minute combo. And I let that sit for a second. And then once it fully attaches, we'll flip it over. And that's the grilled cheese part of the cheese. And then we attach this. Then from here, you just kind of swirl it. Get all that up in there. And then you use the cheese grease. Let it sit for a second. Bring the other half over. How are we gonna do this with one hand? We'll do it like this. Put that down, pick her up, put it on top, boom. Swirl it around in the leftover cheese grease so it doesn't burn. And then let that sit, flip it after a few minutes. And that is how you make a kimchi tuna melt on sourdough. It's so freaking good. But honestly, the truffle oil sea salt chips, 10 out of 10. Last but not least, we got the dill pickle spears. Because what's a good deli-inspired sandwich without the pickle spears? And there it is. Our beautiful creation. 10 out of 10 execution. I also put a little truffle chips on it because I'm extra. All right, guys, someone has been murdered. Marlene and I are on the case, and Luca on the case. Luca. I forgot my real camera, so you're gonna look through my phone. 1 second. Clear the lens off. All right, there we go.
All right.
We got the case of
The century.
Maryville Manor. All of our papers. Luca's on the case with donuts for us. Okay? Over here, what do we got? Password. These are what we need to get into the password. What is this? Get into the email. So.
Got a fire going?
Fire. Windows closed. Pretending it's not summer in Florida because we're in New York. And that's what we're doing.
Is that like a reading? Just put some music over it.
Yeah, shiny. Alright, so maybe it's not that newspaper stuff.
I already forgot. So glad I made this right. Eustace's animal. Edmund Cardiff stated that everyone who knew Bernie knew he was making it up. Gaslighting him. Who the hell is Eustace? Where do I even look? I don't know who he is.
Gotta read.
Ugh. Make me solve this case on my own?
Ran lines with Pelham, but she can't act. Stop. Abandon identifying actual actress.
For Astrid?
Let's play the catastrophe. This is from the Tewksbury.
Oh, that
To
bitch.
Christopher Cross.
Eugene? Is that what his name is? No, I'm looking for Eustace. I'm making it up. I should set up my camera. This is a horrid shot. Look at that. Ugh.
Why don't you put it?
I know. I literally have a camera and a tripod in that room. I'm being lazy. I'm solving a murder. Don't have time.
A baby's gonna be home any minute. You can't do it.
We have to work the case when we can.
There was another one I was doing by myself. And at night, I'm like, babe, I need to solve this case. You need to get the baby. I need to solve my murder.
Put it down.
I was getting so frustrated. I was like, babe, I need to solve this case.
Thinks you're insane.
I was like, I just need 20 minutes a day. Let me solve this case.
One of my favorite stories about Marlene is she got a VR headset and she got really into this cooking. What was it even called? This like chef
kitchen.
The chef
kitchen
game. And one day her husband came home and he's like, honey, can you start making dinner? Because it was her night. And she was like, one sec, I gotta clean up my dishes. I'm chefing right now.
I was cooking. I made like fish dishes. I was making soups, steaks. I was like, my customers need their order first. Like,
what? Make dinner for her family because she was too into it.
He's like, what? I was like, I gotta level up.
I gotta finish these orders.
And I was like this. I was like, wash out my pot. I can't just leave it around my kitchen. So I'm like, this is my headset. Wash my pot. Nothing in it?
No, just talking about.
Are you just looking for Eustace? Are you?
I'm just looking for his name.
It's a bird.
I know, I'm trying to find his name. Maryville Elijah, son of Clarence III and Margaret, has been declared dead.
So he died, she died. Is that house haunted?
Everyone's dead.
Damn.
I would love to live in this manor.
Which movies are never going to take off. They'll probably be big for like a week or a month.
Idiot.
Right.
Damn this damned curse. How dare she reject me? Does she not know who I am? Pause. What have I done? I treated her so well until now. Pause. You know what? Heavy breath. I'll find someone better than her. Someone who appreciates. Oh, sorry. Someone who appreciates me for who I am. Yes, that's it. I'm better off without her. Why am I recording this?
Who's that?
Is it? I don't. This is the University of Lower Manhattan transcript. Don't know what.
They don't tell you?
Why am I? Oh, this is Dr. Ross. I lied. It's at the very, very top.
Dr. Ross.
Is it even recording? I've never used one of these dictaphones before. These wax cylinders wouldn't last 5 minutes in the heat of Egypt. Obsessed with Egypt, dude.
Egyptology.
I'm such an idiot. Perhaps I should lay off the alcohol for the rest of the day. A drunk.
We're drunk.
Dr. Ross. Got it. Male servant quarters. Female servant quarters. Butler's room. Oh my god.
It's for the 20s. I tell you that.
The rich get richer. Question mark. Because if we put question marks on everything, we're like,
What is it?
doesn't matter. Oh my god. The pencil smear. That's fine.
Johnny comes home
Palm
with sticky notes
sweating.
everywhere.
Shaking.
What's going on?
I took my Ritalin today. It's like an old timey recording,
device?
I guess.
Plays music.
Just in the background of every recording.
I need to put PTO for tomorrow. Alright, I'll wait.
Oh my god, we can put our moo-moos on and spend the whole day solving a case.
After we get kava?
After we get
Before
kava.
kava? After kava?
You mean to take you halfway out, Brain?
Can I make that?
Oh, I'll try.
Just kidding.
Alright.
Well, let's just start reading, huh?
I'm trying. You're distracting me.
You're distracting me. Meanwhile.
I love the way that starts. What are these people going on about? Brittany Frank was asking her advice how to write it. Despite their hopes. Not a success.
Did you read this? All of this?
I didn't read any of that. As he sipped from his secret stash, getting more and more drunk, started lusting over Astrid, trying to get a date.
Ooh, he loves
Astrid was having none of it. She told that bozo to get lost. Excuse me. We gotta move. I was a federal agent. I know what to look for. I retired, and this is what I do with my time now. Solve fake cases. Another thing for the ambiance, close the windows, turn the fire. Like I said, it's hard to see sometimes.
Oh my god, I thought it was just me. I'm like this.
It's difficult to read, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do.
Like, yeah, shiny.
Yeah, sure. Hope you don't mind I'm writing on everything. Damn, I wish I was on film.
Oh, you would be good right now?
What? Crumble? I'm guessing it wouldn't have been a problem if I was a sort of proper woman they approved of. I decided to go into the billiards room and knock a few balls about until they were done. Not the thing a proper woman should be doing in those days. Love it. Wound them up. Oh, this is the night she died. Okay. So this is the account of when she died. The mom was like, you can't take a picture with us. You're a slut. She was like, well, let me go bop these.
Margaret?
Margaret. She was like, well, let me go bop these little pool balls around. Okay. Really piss him off. I suppose in some respects it did me a favor keeping me out of the courtyard. I didn't see Astrid fall. Exactly. I'm gonna write sore loser for her motive. Kept getting her ass beat in that ring. Yeah. Why are all these women racing? It's the 20s.
In what year? Right.
Yeah.
In what world?
I can see the images in my head clear as yesterday. The points of Neptune's trident sticking out of Astrid's necks. The last spasms of life before she went limp.
You can't have none of
Luca. Oh, sick. Oh, look at him. Oh, so baby. Nasty.
If anyone wants to breed with him,
yeah,
let us know.
You got a Frenchie you want to breed? He's not fixed. Oh, he's got sperm ready. Oh. His little balls. Oh,
check this out.
Boom.
Born in Colombia.
Ooh.
He had an outgoing personality. He liked rubbing shoulders with big names, like Mark Twerksbury. That's the guy who...
6.5 hours later.
And look at that. The murder
95
has
years.
been solved. Case closed. Watching 1,000 Pound Sisters.